Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. Instead of reading through the full article, I'm going to start off by giving you an overview. I think it will be pretty thorough. I will scroll through to make sure I give you all of the relevant, the important and accurate information. There is a link in the description if you'd rather look into that more closely yourself. It's a grim nature, it's a grim subject. It's in regards to the attempted purchase of a sex slave. A Miami Beach doctor has been arrested, thankfully, for attempting to purchase a 12-year-old as a sex slave. So I'm going to start off by giving you a bit of an overview. It's in regards to a scumbag called Alan Lee. He's a former resident of Miami Beach's Mount Sinai Medical Center. He's been arrested and charged for attempted sex trafficking of a young girl. He was arrested on May the 12th. He's since been fired from Mount Sinai Medical Center. They've issued a statement, essentially, hey, look, guys, this has got nothing to do with us. And I kind of feel that it's perhaps a little bit unfair to point to the medical center. Maybe that is unfair to do that. I don't know. I mean, it is a doctor, and doctors do have physical contact with their patients, which may include children. So perhaps the name of the employee is particularly relevant in this case. But anyway, that's kind of by the by. Essentially, this absolute scumbag, Alan Lee, made contact with an escort, and he asked the escort if she was able to provide him with sexual activity with minors. Seemingly, this scumbag was aware that the escort in question had a history of being sex trafficked herself. If I understand correctly, she was a victim of sex trafficking, and he approached her via Snapchat and requested access to young girls aged between 8 to 15. Now, at that point, the escort did the exact right thing. She reported it to authorities. Investigators and an undercover agent took over the escort's Snapchat account and continued communicating with the scumbag Alan Lee, the doctor from Mount Sinai Medical Center, Miami Beach. So the undercover agent continued the conversation, and during this conversation with this scumbag, he showed a willingness to pay for sex with a 12-year-old, $500 for that. He showed some level of reluctance. He didn't want to pay through Cash App or cash. He wanted to pay through Bitcoin. Bitcoin or cash rather than Cash App. And he claimed to have had a previous live-in situation with a 13-year-old girl. Part of the discussion also led to the scumbag in question, Alan Lee, asking to be able to permanently purchase a 12-year-old girl for a one-time payment of $20,000. So the scumbag in question told the undercover agent that the girl would stay at his home, that it was secure and safe. Essentially, nobody would know. It would effectively, I'm kind of speculating at this point, but effectively be some kind of dungeon environment, I would imagine. But regardless, that is what the intention was, allegedly. This doctor offered to pay an undercover agent $20,000 to permanently have access to a live-in 12-year-old for his sexual gratification. So he was due to meet with the undercover agent, believing that the undercover agent was the sex trafficker. That meeting never took place. It seems that the scumbag in question, Alan Lee, had trust issues and he backed out of the meeting. However, despite that, the FBI believe they've got a very strong case. The case is moving forward, and hopefully this guy gets the full justice that he deserves. So again, Alan Lee, a former resident at Miami Beach's Mount Sinai Medical Center, a doctor, and he's been charged for an attempted sex trafficking of a young girl. He was offering to pay money to have sex with girls. He was negotiating in regards to 9-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and 15-year-olds. He made an offer to pay $20,000 for the permanent purchase of a 12-year-old to be forced to live with him. So this is an out-and-out scumbag that is within America, Miami Beach. Thankfully, he's been caught. Thankfully, he's been arrested. And again, we just hope that he gets everything that he deserves. I'm going to wrap things up here at this point, guys. I mean, this is a very, very grim topic, and it's the second article that I've gone over today in this regard. The other was 70 missing children have been found and returned. Not all of them were sex trafficked, but some of them were. That was mostly in the Texas area, a little bit of Mexico. So there's definitely a major problem out there in regards to children being sex trafficked, human trafficking, adults too. It's a bigger issue than I think we're aware of. This feels to me that it is the tippy tip top of the iceberg, that there's plenty more going on, all hidden. This is a doctor fairly casually approaching an escort on Snapchat. Oh, hey there. How do I go about finding children to have sex with? That's what he was saying basically to this escort. To me, it just it's like very casual. Obviously, I don't know what the exact exchange was, but do you get my meaning? Like, I don't know, man. There's just seemingly there is too much going on in this regard. So hopefully the investigation continues. Hopefully they're able to crack other sickos. If this guy is aware of other fellow sickos that do the same kind of thing, hopefully those guys can be caught. I'm going to wrap things up here at this point. If you do see value in this content, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. And I'm going to thank you for your time. Thanks.